Back to another video. So today we're watching story anime and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get to it.
I have one thing that is not outside because they're trying to make it realistic.
Trust me. So in the last episode, I found out that Ben had betrayed me, and in doing so ruined my career. So I took the blame and left my job, but I had no idea what I was meant to do next. My ringing phone woke me up. What was going on? I drowsily reached for it, then saw tons of messages from my friends and colleagues. I skimmed through them, and to my surprise, they all included the same link. Okay, this was strange. I clicked on it and found that it was a video of Ben and Claire. I pressed play, and in it, a crying Claire admitted that she was the person who had revealed my design to Ben. And Ben said that, led on by personal reasons, he slandered me for being a copycat. Both of them apologized to the company and to me. I scrolled down. There were thousands of comments below their video, and most of them were negative, calling them traitors and so on. I called Claire to check on her, but her phone was off. She was probably avoiding all of the horrible comments. I hoped she was with Ben now, and they could rely on each other to get through this difficult time. After hearing that Claire was begging for his faults, Ben must have realized that he was terribly wrong and came to her to correct everything. So, but hearing that Claire was begging for his faults, Ben must have realized that he was terribly wrong and came to her to correct everything. So, the truth was out, but I didn't feel good about this. Instead, all I felt was sad. Noah thought I was capable of betraying him, when this whole vindictive plan had been Ashley's. At that point, I saw tens of messages and missed calls from Noah, but I didn't want to answer just to hear him feeling sorry for me. It hurted me so bad, thinking that when the incident happened, all he cared about was her demand and her family's shares in the company, and that I was nothing to him but a betrayer. My heart ached. Then suddenly there was a knock on my door. I opened it to find Noah standing there. He was panting and his shirt was damp with sweat. What? Why are you here? I asked. As soon as seeing me, he hugged me tightly. What's wrong? I asked. After some seconds, he said, "You didn't answer, so I was afraid something bad had happened. You were sad, and I was so cruel," and I just smiled at him. "See, I'm totally good." And I asked him to come in. At least I should hide my feelings and treat him like a friend, right? He sat on the couch, and Noah kept staring at me. I joked, "Is there anything on my face?" He said seriously, "Sarah, I'm so sorry. I watched the video this morning, and it's all my fault for not believing you." I replied, "Yeah, that hurt, but you're the boss, so you did what you had to do." Without letting me finish my sentence, he continued, "No, there was no excuse for not believing you. Ben texted me last night and told me everything. He said he loved you, but you don't feel the same, and this made him act like a jerk." So now no one knew the truth, but for what? He had Ashley, and he was marrying her. I smiled at him and said, "It's okay. It's all over. You should care about Ashley more than you thought. This might not happen if she didn't feel insecure that much about your relationship. You have Ashley, so take care of her." He was flustered and then tried to explain, "Sarah, please hear me out. I want you. I always have. I only turned you down because Ashley threatened me." So it turned out that Ashley threatened to destroy my career and make my life a misery at all costs if you dare to break up with her. That's why I turned you down. I know she really means what she says, and I just want to keep you safe away from her. Little did I know that Ashley tried to wreck your life regardless. He said. Then he gave me a determined look and continued, "Sarah, I tried to ignore my feelings for you, to please my family once before when we were in high school, and I almost lost you again for that damn family company. Now I realize that without you, everything is meaningless. Please forgive me. I couldn't believe this was happening. Finally, we could be together, right? We'd both wasted enough time, but could it really be that simple?" He could see me hesitating and immediately grabbed my hand and insisted I go with him somewhere. I asked him where, but he just smiled, patted my head, and said I'd know soon enough. I was kind of confused, but looking at his determined eyes, I knew I could trust him. As we pulled up to this impressive mansion, I realized that the party were actually humiliating me. This was our family's home. I was hesitant, but he assured me it'd be okay and led me inside. There I saw Mr. Adams sitting on the couch and reading the newspaper. I turned to Noah and whispered, "What are you doing here?" He looked right into my eyes and said, letting you the justice you deserve. Mr. Adams heard the noise and looked back. Seeing me and Noah, he was kind of surprised.